The German Navy received its new naval version of the Sea Lion multi-role helicopter. This naval transport helicopter configuration could be used for reconnaissance, and it has significantly more sensors than the version of the Army, such as navigation devices and 360-degree maritime surveillance radar. In total, 18 Sea Lions have been ordered for the German Navy, with deliveries expected to be completed in 2022. The selection of the Sea Lion as the successor to the Sea King was made in March 2013, and the corresponding contract was signed in June 2015. To get in more detail about this important information and various other inputs, let us begin with today's defense updates, that is of 1st of July 2020. Before beginning, as I always introduced you, that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. It is one-stop solution for you if you are preparing for NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, and Indian Air Forces, Airmen Group X and Group Y. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, and Telegram, and you can even directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com. You can download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have each and every defense-related information, examination-related study material, and all sorts of important content in your hand. Beginning with the question of the day that I've posted on 30th of June 2020, and the question that I asked was, which regiment of Indian Army has won the most Paramveer Chakras? And most of you have given the answer correct. The answer for that is the Grenadiers Regiment. Grenadiers has won around 3 Paramveer Chakras, and this is the largest among all of the regiments of the Indian Army. Various Gorkha rifle regiments of the Indian Army have received these 3 awards, with the 1, 8, and 11 Gorkha rifle regiments also each having 1 PVC recipient too. So Grenadiers is an alone regiment. It has around 3 Paramveer Chakras in its list, whereas the Gorkha regiments are separate. There is the regiments like 1 Gorkha, 8 Gorkha, and 11 Gorkha are 3 separate regiments. So I did not include that as an answer. If you include Gorkha regiments as a whole, then you can even consider that the Gorkha regiments also have 3 Paramveer Chakras on its side. If we go through who are the recipients of the Grenadiers Regiment's Paramveer Chakras, so one was the Company Quartermaster Havaldar Abdul Hamid. He was from 4th Grenadiers, and he was awarded posthumously the Paramveer Chakra in the year of 1965. And Major Hoshiar Singh too was awarded Paramveer Chakra in the year of 1971 posthumously, and the only one of the 3 most important living Paramveer Chakra recipients is this Grenadier Yogendra Singh Yadav, and he got the PVC in the year of 1999. He is a living recipient of PVC. Okay, that is it with this particular important information. Let us begin with today's defense update, and the first and foremost important one is that the Defense Minister Rajnath Singh holds talks with the United States counterpart Mark Esper over India-China face-off. At last, our Defense Minister had spoken with the Defense Minister of United States of America, and both the Defense Ministers have spoken over the telephone on Tuesday, that is yesterday, during which the ongoing tensions at the LAC between India and China are expected to come up for the discussion, and various other important contingencies are also even considered. Going on with the next important information is that China intrudes 423 meters into Indian territory in Galwan, says the satellite pics. All of these satellite pics are taken from Planet Labs Incorporated, and these are being taken by various other important news inputs. High resolution satellite images, they show that, and they indicate that as of June 25, there were 16 Chinese tents and tarpaulins, 1 large shelter, and at least 14 vehicles in this 423 meter stretch of the Indian territory. You can see it here. Okay. Now all of these are those important tents that have to be vacated. Going on with the next important update is that the Chinese build-up faces roadblocks in the Galwan Valley. This is the reason why, because the main important thing is that because of the high-resolution satellite imagery captured by Planet Labs satellites on June 25, 10 days after the unfortunate brutal combat in the valley suggests that the newly built Chinese roads have washed away. That means the speed of the river and the quantity of the water in the river has been increased. Okay, understanding with that, the imagery also shows that the reclaimed area in the valley, which the Chinese troops created by artificially reducing the width of the river, has also been filled with water and effectively cutting off the rear flank from middle and forward positions. Understanding? So even the troops on the southern bank have been cut off. The bridge has been washed away. You can even see that picture of the bridge. I will be showing it to you. And all the vehicles in the northern bank also have been washed away. Even the tents, the footbridge, everything has been washed away. So even the China's bridge, all the repairs by the DCB and all of these areas are completely washed away by the Galwan River. Going on with the next important in more detail, we can even say that the area around the patrolling point 14, the patrol point 14 is situated here. You can see this red mark that is indicated here. This is a patrolling point 14. This is the confluence of the Galwan River and the Shyok River. Okay, this is the Galwan River, this is the Shyok River, and this is the confluence of that, and the river flows down. And you have the Darbuk Beg Oldie Road, which is situated here. The road goes beside this, and the LAC is indicated here with this red line. Okay, you can see this is the LAC that I'm drawing. To be more precise, it should be like this. Okay, so this is this side is the Chinese claimed Indian territory, and this is our Indian territory. Compared to the latest images on June 12th, we can even say that the area around patrolling point 14 has also been washed away by these river, and the Chinese tarpaulins and adjacent tents continue to be seen in these images. Now going on with the next important defense update is that Indian Army needs waterproof clothing as water flow increases in the Galwan River. Obviously, because now we have seen about the satellite images, now we should also be aware about the situation about our armed forces. Chinese side seems to have come little bit prepared for the deployment, as their troops deployed in the Galwan River Valley bed are wearing waterproof clothes, which allows them to step in the icy water there. But on our side, reports have been made and submitted by the respective authorities on every situation happening in Ladakh to the various respective commanders in chief who are acting there, and even to the Army Chief General M.M. Naravane. Going on with the next important information is that Pentagon, that means the United States Department of Defense, it awards $2.3 billion contract for advanced missile defense radars. What is this radar? It is known as ANTYP-2 system. It is also known as the TIPI-2 system, TIPI-2 radar system. It is a part of the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense, that is the THAAD system, which is designed to protect against incoming ballistic missile threats. Understanding? So what is this defense radar? This is that radar that will provide the defense against the incoming ballistic missile threats, and this radar is a part of the what system? It is a part of the Terminal High Altitude Area Defense system. Okay, so it has two modes. One is to detect the ballistic missiles just after the launch, and another that can guide interceptors towards a descending warhead. Okay, to get in more detail about understanding this important news, you can even follow us on our blog, and even you can download our app, in which in the app we are providing free PDF study materials too. In the study material, you will have a complete important information. Going on with the next important update is that Patria and Kongsberg, both of these are the most important defense manufacturing companies that mostly work for Finland and United States of America and various other important nations. Both of these have joined together to build US Army's future mortar system. The Finnish Aerospace and Defense Patria Group, along with its partner Kongsberg Defense and Aerospace, has announced that it will develop a new mortar system for the US Army. Okay, having an eye on upcoming Predator mortar programs for the US Armed Forces, Patria and Kongsberg have agreed to leverage Kongsberg's existing RWS manufacturing facilities in Johnston, Pennsylvania for Patria Nemo's production to the US market. So if you are not able to understand what is actually the Patria Nemo, I have already provided to you about the various in much more detail. But what is actually the Patria Nemo, an introduction video has also been provided in the previous defense updates. You can check about those important updates too. Going on with the next important information is that German Navy has received its new NH-90 NTH Sea Lion multi-role helicopters. This is what I was discussing with you in your introductory session. The new NH-90 in the NTH Naval Transport Helicopter is a configuration. This could be used for reconnaissance, and it has significantly more sensors than the version of the Army. And this will not only replace the German Navy's Sea King Mark 41, that means these are going to replace the German Navy's Sea King Mark 41 fleet, but will also significantly enhance the operational capabilities of the German fleet. In total, 18 Sea Lions have been ordered for the German Navy, with deliveries expected to be completed 2 years later. Okay. Now we will have a very quick review about the topics we have discussed by going through few important questions. And the first and foremost important question is the Defense Minister of USA he is Mark Esper. You can even comment in the comment sections that who is Stephen Turner Munchin, who is Michael R. Pompeo, and who is Elizabeth D. DeVos. Okay. Going on with the next important question is that the new NH-90 NH Sea Lion multi-role helicopters that are acquired by the German Navy will replace which of its fleet? That means these Sea Lion multi-role helicopters that are the naval versions of the helicopters, these are going to replace which helicopters of the German Navy's fleet? And the answer for that is they are going to replace the Sikorsky Sea King Mark 41 fleet. Now we have the question of the day. And the question of the day for today is, what is the first light twin engine helicopter of the world? I repeat, what is the first light twin engine helicopter of the world, and what is that country that was successful in making up this important helicopter? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exam, subscribe to this particular channel, download our app from Google Play Store, and last but not the least, stay home, stay safe, and Jai Hind.